What's up everybody, Haskins here. Today we're going to be taking a close look at this PvP battle arena that I put together. Right now we're taking a look at the entrance and the exterior. Now this is right before you enter the actual battle zone. We've got a lot of really cool designs and things we'll be talking through in today's video, as well as taking a nice tour of the interior, talking about the mechanics and how this PvP battle can actually work. I think it's something you can take over to your worlds and have some fun with your friends. Let's get right into it. At the place that the first ever Craftopia community event took place. What a blast that was. But what you'll notice is behind me here, we see this structure that we just took a little sneak peek of just now. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now the inspiration from this particular build came from an event that we've done way back when the original OG Craftopian group was together, and we did a PvP battle called the Junkyard. So what I wanted to do was put a little bit of a spin on it and create an absolute epic kind of battleground area here. So what you'll notice is when you first come in, this is built all out of the actual foundation, like sidewalk pieces, each one individually placed to create this circular structure. Now you see at the top, I got a little fancy with the actual floor design. So when you let the light shine through there, you're seeing like a cross design. We've got some swords hanging up. And when you turn around, it actually looks really cool. The design behind us here with the statues, and this almost looks like a portal to a whole nother dimension. But let's go ahead and pop in on the inside and just take a look at what we've got. Now I have to say, I am personally a fan of the way this looks at night, much more so than it does during the day, just because of the way that the lights pop. Now we have a right lane, we have a middle lane, and then we have a left lane here. And now we also have these other sides here, the far right and left sections, where it's a little bit more close quarters with some stairways. Now you can get up top here to the mid ground, and there's also a high ground right here up the middle. Now I do have to say, being up here, I would say maybe do that at your own risk, because you may be able to get some high ground advantage, but you're definitely going to give yourself away to a lot of the other players in the arena. Now, moving on down, you could come on over to this side here, and what you'll notice is the entrance area and this backside of it is pretty much identical. Now the only difference here is I did leave these palm trees in here because I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a outdoor character here. Now the only problem is those aren't on the other side, but either way we'll keep them there. I think they look pretty cool. Now from this mid lane you can access both the right and left sides of the map as well. So up top here, what you'll notice is we have a ton of beds. So the idea is that when players enter the arena, each player will be assigned a bed, so that way when they're eliminated they will respawn up here in their bed, and I can see that that particular player is out of that round. Now I thought this is a very, very clever way of keeping things fair and making it to where players aren't going to be cheating by staying into the arena longer than they actually should. So one really cool thing too is that when you're up top here by the beds, you can create this kind of surveillance style camera. So that way when we have any type of events or we're live streaming or recording anything, you could get a very, very cool shot of what's going on in the arena down below. What you'll notice here is I have a set of 4 lockers, and we also have another set of 4 on the opposite side. Now, these are designed to house the loadouts for each one of the players that are going to contest in the PvP battles. Now, I had some E11 blasters in there, but that's not exactly what we'll be using, but you get the idea. So next, we also have these little spawn point areas, which all of the players are going to have to go to these spawn points before the round begins. And once the round begins, they can exit and begin the battle. Now we've got these in all of the corners of the map. We've also got some over here on the side, and that's just a way to make sure that there is an even spread of players before the round begins. Now, one other cool feature of this, and this is just purely aesthetics, is this skylight that I put together here. Now, I did spend a decent amount of time on coming up with this design, and as you can see, it's got a nice open spot with some depth because they're actually wall pieces up top there, and the white floor and the blue lighting just really sets it off. I'm really happy with the way that that turned out. And now again, it has really nothing to do with the actual battle itself. However, I just thought it was a very nice touch on the actual overall design of this arena. Let's fly on up through the skylight. You can kind of see how I constructed this. So it's just basically using a bunch of the foundation pieces to create kind of a bump out in the ceiling there, and then I use some of the nightly castle walls to create a design. Now you could simply do this by creating a floor pattern with thin floors and actual floor pieces like the one I'm standing on now, but I wanted to add a little bit more depth to the actual skylight, so that's why I put the actual walls on top. Now here's a shot of the roof of the main tower, and just in case you were wondering how I was able to achieve that skylight we looked at earlier in the video, you can use thin floor pieces and just leave spaces open. There are so many different combinations and cool designs that you can do, so I highly recommend experimenting with that on your roofs. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss all the other content that I have to offer. I've got a lot of unique builds and cool things going on this channel, so if you want to follow me along and support, be sure to do that. Haskins is signing off. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you all in the next one.